What's up, everyone? This is David with Pickdawgz.com with your free pick in the Minnesota vs. Michigan game on Saturday, October 7th, 2023. We give away a ton of free picks here on our YouTube channel, as well as over at Pickdawgz.com and SportsChatPlace.com. But if you're wondering what bets I like the best and what bets our team likes the best, head on over to Pickdawgz or Sports Chat Place. Click on the Premium Pick tab. You can check out me and all of our other expert handicappers. Don't forget to use code PICK at checkout to save 15%, any purchase of $19 or more. All right, let's get into this one here as we have a Big Ten battle between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Michigan Wolverines. Minnesota will be at home for this game, and they're 3-2 and 1-1 in Big Ten play after they beat Louisiana 35-24 in their last game, but they were outgained by 2 yards, 349-347, but they were able to force 2 turnovers in the win. Prior to that, Minnesota had a really surprising loss to Northwestern. They had a big lead in that game. They let it get away, and they lost 37-34 in overtime. Prior to the Northwestern loss, they did lose to North Carolina 31-13. So it's been kind of a rocky start here for Minnesota. Offensively, they're only averaging 24 points per game with 149 passing and 193 rushing yards. And they're led by quarterback Ethan Kaliakmanis. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so I apologize. But he has thrown for 745 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. And the ground game's been led by Darius Taylor, who has rushed for 532 yards and 4 scores. The Minnesota defense is allowing 21 points against per game with 234 passing yards and 127 rushing yards. Going over to Michigan, they are undefeated as 5-0, and they're 2-0 in Big Ten play, and they are one of the best teams in the country, at least in the rankings. But they started the season a little bit slow in their non-conference. Didn't really schedule anyone tough in the non-conference, but they did pick it up. Last week they beat Nebraska 45-7. That game was on the road, by the way, and then they outgained Nebraska 436-305 and went 8 for 13 on third down. So it was a pretty dominant performance by Michigan. Before that, they beat Rutgers in their opening Big Ten game 31-7. The offense hasn't been great. I mean, it produced last week, but to start the season, it hasn't been flashy. It's just been kind of really long, methodical drives. They haven't scored a ton of points, but their defense has played great as they've allowed 7 points or fewer in all 5 games. The Michigan offense is scoring 34.4 points per game with 227 passing and 184 rushing yards. And they're led by J.J. McCarthy, who has thrown for just under 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Blake Corum is still the lead running back for Michigan. He has 425 rushing yards with 9 touchdowns. Like I said, the Michigan defense has been dominant, and they're allowing 6 points per game with 160 passing and 85 rushing yards. When I look at this game here, I struggle to see any outcome other than Michigan winning by a ton of points, as Minnesota has looked just not impressive at all. Even that win against Louisiana last week, they had some troubles with them, and then losing to Northwestern. I know it's still a Big Ten program, but Northwestern is not in a great place. To lose to them, blowing the lead that they did, is not very encouraging. Then when you look at the Michigan side, yes, they've struggled offensively, and they may not put up a lot of points in this one either, because that's just kind of how they are. But I don't see how Minnesota's going to be able to score a lot of points. They already struggled to move the ball offensively. They're going up against one of the best defenses in the country, who just went to Nebraska and pretty much pitched a shutout. They allowed a late touchdown run. It was a long one. It was like 70 or 75 yards in garbage time. So great Michigan defense going up against a subpar Minnesota offense. So I'm going to take Michigan, and I'm going to lay the points with Michigan as my free pick. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, as well as turn those notifications on so you're the first to see all of our content as we release it. If you're looking for my best bets, head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Click on the Premium Pick tab. You can check out me and all of our other expert handicappers. While you're on the sites, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They give you a ton of great information, and it helps you get a leg up. Good luck, and I'll see you guys soon.